Colton RV creates fantastic memories that will change your life forever. Have you dreamed of getting into glamping in your own RV? Colton RV can help you take that step into the future with a new or used RV. Talk with a Colton RV team member online, by phone, or in person and see hundreds of RVs, from tent trailers to motorhomes and everything in between. It's all about great selection, unequaled service, and low prices. Open late at 2 convenient locations, one in Tonawanda and one in Orchard Park, New York. Now is the time to see the future at Colton RV.
Want to take your camping to the next level? Then why not try glamping? Welcome to RV Glamping Adventures, where you can have a little glamour with your travel adventures. Please join your hosts, Neal and Kathy, as they share RV glamping information, RV park reviews, product recommendations, and so much more. Here's Neal and Kathy.
Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of RV Glamping Adventures with Neal and Kathy. I'm Neal.
And I'm Kathy. I first want to start off by saying Happy Father's Day to all the RVers out there.
Happy
it's
Father's
Day. And thank you to Neal for being an awesome dad to our kids, because they love you and you're a great dad and you put them first.
Well, they're awesome and it's easy because I've got you.
I was thinking
I know
before,
that was a little mushy, wasn't it?
Yes, we're moving on.
I noticed.
Out of my comfort zone.
I'm done.
So we were actually, usually it takes us, 4 or 5 takes to finally get a show going. Hopefully this is one that will continue and we don't stop it and go, we're totally off on another tangent. But I think it would be funny one time to just tape us and how long it takes to finally get a show going.
What she's talking about is the setup part with the mic check and everything. And
it takes forever.
I had Neal's annoying adventures going for a little bit, just so everybody knows.
Yeah, so we're not so smooth, I guess is what I'm saying. It usually takes 4 or 5 takes, and smooth. Are we still smooth? I don't know.
I don't know. But it's fun.
Yeah, it's funny how long it takes us to sort of get a show going, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe this one's it. This one will be a take.
One take and we're done.
One take. No, it's not. This is take 5.
Just for the setup part.
Okay. So today we have lots to talk about because we are down to days away from our big trip. And we've been actually looking forward to this one for a long time.
This is the big one. This is the 2.5 weeker.
Yep. So we're going to be heading up and down the East Coast and having a blast. It's going to be a good time. So we thought we'll get to this. I've got a letter I wanted to read first to have a little discussion around that. But we'll get to what our topic today that we've called, I hope I can say this without bumbling it up. Fighting the last-minute vacation prep frenzy.
Ooh.
I don't know if we're winning that battle.
Ooh.
I'm feeling a little frenzied, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's also, we'll talk more about this, but it's between getting together with everything we've got to bring, everything we've got to do, our office. It's a lot of stuff.
Life,
getting the kids all on the same page.
I love to be able to say, we just pack up and go.
So much easier.
But, it is a lot more than that.
Yeah,
before we get to all of that, and we're hoping to share some of the information with you on that, and hope we can make your vacation prep time a little easier than... Well, we've gotten better at it, but
yeah.
I don't know that we're doing it as smoothly as I'd like to, but we're trying. We're doing it in steps.
The difference now is we used to go ahead and we'd be able to put the RV in our driveway for a couple weeks.
There's a lot more challenges. Yeah, so we'll get to that in a second. I really wanted to start with, I had a really great question from one of our Facebook friends. Her name's Deb.
Hi, Deb.
What?
I said hi, Deb.
Hi, Deb. Deb's great. We've chatted a few times. I like making new friends.
Friends are good.
I've got new friends from all of this stuff. And RVers are the nicest people. So what Deb asked was, we have been researching for an RV purchase. Recently, an article in Blank magazine, because I didn't want to name names.
I'm not going to name it.
About purchasing from a local dealer for warranty or going to a dealer with the best price outside of your area. Realizing the chances something would occur on the road, since that is the purpose, to have a warranty.
That's why you need it.
We swear by it. Okay, so needing, that's the purpose, to have it on the road. We were concerned by one portion of the article that stated the writer encountered problems with a particular motorhome brand.
Not going to name it.
Not going to name names because I don't want to slander. And this was just an article and someone's opinion. Right. So we thought we'd, keep it to that. But it's a good discussion. So with this particular motorhome brand would not be willing to do any warranty repair because the repair wasn't getting done at the place they bought the rig from, which is nuts. That's my extra. We'll get to that. Have you encountered anything or heard of this with other motorhome manufacturers? The research is overwhelming, but we are narrowing down our options and wanted to see what your experience might be. enjoy your podcast. Yay, somebody.
Yay,
Deb
thank
likes
you.
our
Thanks,
podcast.
Deb.
Thanks, Deb. And have a fabulous vacation. Thanks again. All right, Neal, so you read this article too.
I read the article.
And I have my thoughts, but what are you thinking about that?
Well, there's a couple things.
It's so loaded.
Well, there's a lot about it. So when you start looking at the article, I think what they're talking about is when they bought a brand new rig from blank RV dealership, and whether or not it's cheaper to go out of the area or to go local. And when you buy your
this
first
was
one,
to buy the warranty.
No, this was, to me, when I read it, this
Yes.
was the warranty that comes with the unit.
Right.
So when you buy a new one, typically they give you a year warranty.
Right.
Right. And so the year warranty, with the way I read it, was that the company who owns the manufacturer wouldn't give the warranty, this particular model, unless it was to the actual place that sold the coach.
So if they were on a vacation 100 miles away, they had to take it back to the dealer that
That's
they
the way I
purchased
read
it
it.
from for them to, and obviously this is how Deb read it too. I mean,
Right. So
that's what my question was. Is that really?
So there's the thing that we're looking at is when you buy a coach, the first year of it, it's going to break. Period.
Absolutely.
You're going to find a lot of stuff.
You get all the kinks out.
You get all the kinks out. We've been lucky that when we've had it, we've just taken it to our dealership. And there's been times when we've gone and had a problem on the road, and we were just able to take it to a dealership.
Well, and that may also have been helpful. Like we had contacted our dealer when something went wrong on the road.
Right.
And they have some what they call sister dealerships.
Right, there's a
out
bunch of
there
people
as
they work
well.
with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've got sort of all over the country, really. I think our
Yeah.
dealer has just sort of made those relationships. And we got taken care of. I mean, they even called ahead for us.
Yeah.
And, for me, I guess that's why, and we've looked at a few different things. When we're looking ahead and getting a diesel, we've done a lot of research. So there's looking outside, the state you live in to go, maybe there's better prices, lower taxes, yada, yada, yada. And I think there's one big piece for me that I always kind of go back to is the relationships that you develop. And that's why I like the idea of, definitely I prefer to buy local because
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
But then again, they have those relationships. Now, our warranty that we got, we had that first year. We never had a problem with it.
No, we did use it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying
Yeah.
we never had a problem
I
with
didn't
using the
understand.
warranty that
Right.
was given, for that first year.
Right.
When we added on a new, after that year period was up, and we went and did Good Sam.
We did Good Sam at the same time.
Right. So it's covered everywhere. I don't know who doesn't take that. And honestly, we did a lot of research price-wise. I think it has one of the best
It was pretty
prices
good.
that we saw.
Yeah.
It's not to say that's the final answer on that, but for us at that time in researching, it was the best. And we could pay it monthly instead of one huge upfront. I mean, some places were like, hey, it'll be
$10,000 up front.
$10,000 up front
Yeah.
for that warranty. Well, I wasn't happy to do that, so we were paying like $100 a month for it.
Yeah.
For me, I just would rather pay a little bit at a time than one big lump sum.
It's just so much easier.
But,
But-
what do you think?
Well, actually, the way I read it, though, they were saying, if this manufacturer, which actually is just my opinion, should be ashamed of themselves because these things are expensive. They're a lot of money to buy a coach, and this one was a Class A, is what I've looked at. Or any unit that you buy, it's expensive, and it's a lot of money. People work really hard for their money, and if you're going to spend the money with a manufacturer to buy a coach, that manufacturer should honor that unit. Period.
Now, and again, this
Period.
was period. I agree, and this was someone's story.
Correct.
So that's why I'm like, well, there's just a bigger
Right.
picture here. You really should know what you're getting into. You should know all the small print. You
Yep.
should know. Ask lots of questions. You've got to go in and not just assume, because you know what happens when you assume.
Well, we do, and I assume a lot, and I trust me.
And
don't
you know
want
how
to
that
assume.
goes.
It doesn't go well. But actually, in this article, because I remember this, there was fine print in the
That said that?
from the manufacturer.
Wow.
That said for this particular coach, which I will never buy, but that's another story, and I don't want to say anything about it. But there was fine print. So there was, like, if you were getting work done, it needed to be done at the place you purchased it at, which is ridiculous because if you're on the road and say, like,
You get one to typically travel distances. I mean,
Right.
some stay local, but
Right.
RVers stay local. But come on, the majority,
Yeah.
they don't. So to me, that
was a bad one.
No, the fine print,
Yeah.
and you got to, geez,
Shame on the manufacturer.
Yeah, and to me, I'm always looking for primo customer service. It's what we give out as business owners ourselves. So when I see something like that, it's a head scratcher. I don't know why you would do that.
And the other thing too is, I think when you look at it, like, there's a couple, say like you're the dealer local for you doesn't have a particular unit you like. They might be able to get one if they have a good service department and good reputation, because not all local dealers have great reputations. It could be like that too.
Everybody's got an opinion.
Correct.
So,
but
and
our
everybody
local
has a
dealer
different experience.
Has always been really fair with us.
Yeah.
And so when we go to do something else, I'm sure that they're going to help us get something else for us. So it's always, like you were saying, it's a customer service. It's not always about spending the money or saving the money. It's more than that.
Yeah.
And you have to look at...
It's a trust.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, this is a house on wheels. I want to be able to trust what I'm getting into, and that they're selling me something good, and that they'll stand by that product. And, for me, it's about relationships.
It's
always.
all about relationships.
And yes, that's customer service, but you can go and be real nicey nice with someone, then turn around, not, slam the door, and you're not there to help.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure you're checking out where you're buying things from, what all the fine print is, like we said. Just know what you're getting into, because it's a big purchase.
It's a big purchase.
It's as big of a purchase as your full-time home. If you're not a full-time RVer, it's our other home.
It's also like your gut, I think, plays a part of it too.
But if you don't know what you're getting into, it's your first time getting into it.
Yeah, but if you're salesman, everything sounds really, really good. Maybe it's not so much.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion.
I think how doe-eyed we were in the beginning back in 2008, and we just got, I think, we got lucky that we found good people.
We found good people.
But we really could have been taking the cleaners, because we didn't, as much research as I had done, we
not
really
that
didn't
kind of stuff.
dig
Not
in
like
the
you
meat
know now.
No, not like I know now.
No.
So I just think, it was sort of luck was on our side.
Yeah.
Someone was watching over us or something.
So we hope this helped, Deb.
Yeah, Deb, thanks for the question, though. I think that was something we talked about that night after I got this, and because I'm like, well, there's a few different parts to this, and how, I was trying to understand.
I read the article.
You had read the article, though, so.
And I was like very taken back by it, the way I read it. I mean, there was a lot of different people, because it was like one of those question and answer forums, and a lot of people were putting out their own 2 cents. And, some people, it depends. It was all about the bottom line price for them. So if they had to go around the world to get this particular one, that's what they did. And they just deal with it when they came closer. For most of us, it's like, hey, I bought this thing. If there's a manufacturer warranty when things are put together on a Friday or something, you got to make sure.
You don't want the 4 o'clock on a Friday.
Yeah, you want to make sure that it's all right the way it's supposed to be. So, and that's why manufacturers offer a warranty in the first year, to make sure that it's all right.
Well, that's what makes us sort of more comfortable. If you haven't gotten into RVing, and then you're sitting in there behind the wheel, and you look behind you, and you've got like 28 to 40 feet of an RV behind you, and it's overwhelming. Yeah. Like, there's a lot, your family, your loved ones, whatever, riding with you. Things can break. To me, it was like, when I got into that first one, and I knew we had that, like, oh, you guys are covered for that first year, and then you can get the extended warranty, or blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, it just made me go, okay, I could do this.
Yeah, we're good.
So it's an important piece to it. So when someone's kind of playing around with it like that,
in the first year, you just take it, every little thing goes in. And if you have to, like, say,
you have to know it's going to break.
And
something's going to break.
And if they're making it harder for you to do that, to take care of a routine thing that should be fixed, it scares me.
That's a red flag.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I read the manufacturer, not happy. No. Personally, my own opinion, the views of me affect only the views of me and no one else. So
me too.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our opinion, and just our opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get back to where we're at right now. So we are days away, literally days away. We have a couple days
chomping at the bit, so excited.
I want to leave yesterday.
Yeah.
But we have a few things to do first. So let's sort of talk about where we're at. All right, so last Saturday we got a lot of stuff done. First of all, we'd picked, what day? There was one day we took the RV out to the dealer for a couple days.
Yep.
We got the generator done. They did a walkthrough. Yep. We just really wanted them, since it was a big trip, to do like another walkthrough, make sure it was all good, tires were good, yada yada, all that stuff. So that was set, and then we did a lot of work on the RV.
We did.
I felt good about it.
We are so much further along than we normally are. Normally, like we said, we'd bring it home and we'd have 2 weeks to take care of it slowly.
Yeah, but now we're in a condo, so we don't have the conveniences of Driveway.
No. So we went to our storage yard, we leveled it out, opened it up, and ran the generator for about
actually,
2
that
hours.
was so fun because I kind of want to. No, we're only there for an hour. We did
seemed
all
longer.
of that in an hour.
Wow.
So we didn't have an RV on one side of us. They don't like sardine us in there or anything, but
No,
we
no,
actually
there's
could
room.
go and like just hang out there
Yeah.
every now and then and just open up and like
Look around.
There's nothing better than just sitting in your RV.
Yes.
You don't have to be anywhere. Just sit in it.
Just sitting in it. We used to do that in the driveway, and we'd have our friends over and just have driveway parties in our RV.
Yeah, it was fun. So we got a lot of stuff done. Neal and I just like went through, organized. We had to bring out some stuff. Like we bought a new rug for outside.
Yep.
We bought a new tent because our oldest son's going to be sleeping in the tent with an air conditioner. That's so glamping. I don't know what it is.
It is.
Who puts an air conditioner in there? But it's Florida. It's going to be like 170,000% humidity.
Yeah.
So, and then DC and all that. And I don't know if Mitchell will sleep in that. But anyway.
Mitchell won't sleep in that.
So we had a lot of like organizing to do. What else? We had to take out the golf clubs because we're not going to be golfing this time.
We had
just to fit the
we had to
beach
make sure we had our beach chairs in.
We're going to beach too. This is like a crazy multi-trip thing.
Yeah.
We're doing from a beach to DC and Orlando and all of that stuff.
This is a big one.
That means we bring a lot of stuff. So
We're
we
gone
had to
for a long time.
We are. We had to sort of stream it all down.
Yep.
Make it simpler, and I think we did a good job.
Yeah, I think we did a great job.
And inside, we just like to, even though I'm sure it was clean, we like to wipe it all down.
Well, it was clean, but it could be cleaner.
We cleaned the clean.
Yeah.
Well,
it's been sitting. Things get dusty. You got to wipe it.
And then it makes you look through, make sure there hasn't been any rodents, stuff like that at all.
Critters, no critters.
Thank goodness it was all good.
Thank God.
So this was like a huge weight off my shoulders, was just getting a lot of the stuff in that we've been stockpiling, because that's what we do. We'll just start stockpiling, like what we're going to need. And I'm talking, the non-perishable, the dry goods we already had some shampoos. I went earlier and sort of took stock to like, what else do we need? Because we had leftover stuff from our last trip.
Yeah.
But obviously when you're gone for half a month, you're going to need more than that. So I make a lot of lists. I have lists for lists.
You know what? Lists work, though.
They keep me honest.
Very frequently, we don't forget anything because you've listed.
And if we do, it's like, we could do without it.
I mean,
there are stores on the road.
There are. And
so that's good.
That's true. But we like what we like.
Yeah.
And this way,
the
we don't have to
creature
stop
comforts of home.
Yeah, we don't have to stop at a store. It's kind of nice.
So we got like all the cereals and ketchups and all this, like all that stuff done in. So I felt like, okay. And then I looked at it and I'm like, wow, this looks really empty. I need a lot more.
Yeah.
We're feeding 6 people for 2.5 weeks. So then I made another list. And okay, here's what we need. Because like you think and then we're probably going to need some more snacks, and we're going to need this, and we're going to need that. And I honestly, we will have a car on this with the tow dolly, but we really need, I would like to I'd like to spend some money up front, put it in there, and not have to shop too much more.
Right.
And not overspend. We do try to keep on a budget and eat as much as we can. We have a lot of reservations and dinners set, but breakfast, lunch, and some dinners we're cooking, so I want to make sure I don't forget anything.
Yeah. And
I just find when you're on, especially if you're on Disney grounds, and their stores are adequate. I mean, they've got some stuff, but it's 3 times the price, so it helps me keep the prices down when I'm shopping ahead of time.
Well, it's just
home.
And the thing is too, I think this is just my opinion, my observation is when we're out, we're on vacation. You don't want to have to think about.
I don't really feel like going to too many grocery stores.
No,
and we're going to need to.
That's our life.
Yeah. So if I can stay out of it for a little bit. I mean, we're going to need some salad and some produce at some point, but I just don't feel like I want to have to get that on day 2.
But that's hey, we're going to Cape Canaveral. Let's what's it called now? Not Cape Canaveral. Kennedy Space Center.
It's Cape Canaveral.
Cape Canaveral.
Yeah.
Hey, I got them both right. Look at me.
The Space Coast.
The Space Coast. So we're going there. So then let's stop and
there'll be a grocery store.
Yeah, we can go to Whole Foods.
We can pick that up on our way home or whatever. So we got pretty much everything as far set as we could last week. As I think we made a good start on that.
It was amazing.
Sort of walked around, made sure everything was good.
Yep.
So what we did today was another, I felt like, huge push ahead.
This was a big one.
We're not going to be able to put our food in till, as far as the perishables, the fridge, freezer stuff, until the morning we leave.
That's
and we
a tough
try to
one.
get out of here between 6 or 7 in the morning. Well, not really, because it's going to be all hands on deck. So what I did was pretty much, we got most of that done. Mm-hmm. I mean, we stocked up on 9 cartons of orange juice, 4, we've got to get 4 or 5 cartons of milk still, cream, half and half. I filled up a lot of stuff in the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
We plan on grilling some chicken the first night at the beach. Things I didn't get yet, I will get the night before we leave. I'll head out, get this fresh salad mixings that I can, and some grapes and apples and healthy foods like that, because we try to eat healthy on the road. But, no, I'm not going to do that yet. So I think we did huge. We've even got it bagged awesome in the freezer. We got one of those nice coffin-like freezers in our basement. So it's all bagged up and just needs to be brought out. And the stuff in the fridge, people know, okay, don't touch this. You can drink out of this one shelf. Anything on there you can have. Because now we have to think about getting the house ready. And then we've got all of our drinks and all that set to go. Because I figure, especially with the heat down there, I don't think you can buy enough juice and water. And
oh, no. And, it's going to be the 6 of us, and you go through that stuff so quickly.
Got some popsicles.
Oh, yeah.
All that stuff. So
I mean, we'll be out and we can grab something to drink, but boy, these guys, for you and I, we wouldn't need 9 orange juices.
No.
But with the 4
the
kids,
6'4" down to 5'7" kids, they do.
And there's just an observation: when your kids are older and they haven't been around as much, when you get something like orange juice or something they wouldn't buy.
Yeah, you're talking about when kids live on their own, like our 2 older ones.
Yes.
They don't buy this stuff.
They don't buy this stuff
So
at all.
it's like we're at the grocery store and it's all free.
Oh, it's all new.
They just stand there and look at, like in the RV even, or if they come over here, but the RV, they love to like open up the fridge and just look at it and go, what do we have?
So I think Mitchell's got ramen
They
noodles
like
and spaghetti at his house, and that's about it.
Yeah, a lot of pasta.
That's it.
And I don't know. I think Ian makes healthier choices, but he's got a job now and makes some money. So, that's a big thing. So, like, you can't get enough food.
No.
So then we got talking today, we're focused on getting the RV ready, but you also got to get your house situated for those of you that aren't full-timers.
That's a big one.
So what have we done with that?
So far, the first thing we did is we found somebody to water our plants. So we really appreciate that.
Because they're like my babies. We have a deck, so we have container pots.
And for us, the big thing is living in a condo. We did it so we could actually just not have to worry as much. We could really just lock the door, and our neighbor will watch when they're around. And
yeah, even still, there's stuff to do. Like you said, we've got the neighbors taking care of that, and also looking out for our place. And Neal, you called them.
We also
or actually got online and did the mail.
Right, I got online. I went on the post office website, and I put a hold on the mail until the day we come back.
Yeah, it's something we never have really done before.
That's pretty neat.
Usually get someone to pick it up for us, but I just didn't want to impose. They're already doing
2.5 weeks. That's a lot.
That's a long time to ask people.
I mean, granted, we get tons of junk mail, but still.
Yeah, it's not like we have anything good.
No, it's not like, hey.
But I feel like, a lot of our stuff we've already, way long time ago, everything is online nowadays. Yeah. And that's what a lot of the full-timers do. You don't, paper is kind of dead. There's not much that we get. Our bills and everything, we take care of that stuff like most people do. It's all online. And so that makes it easier for when we do go. Well,
and last year when we'd go away, or any year before we moved into the condo, we'd have to get somebody to mow the lawn. We'd have to get somebody to come and check the basement.
To do.
Yeah, we don't have to do any of that stuff. So, but that's what you should do, I think, would be when this is what we used to do, is make sure somebody mows your lawn. Make sure your house has a couple lights on so it looks lived in.
I'm such a weirdo, too. I have to make sure I've cleaned all the bedding and that the house looks nice, and then we work away, like from now till we leave, we're working away at eating all our food.
Yes.
And so everything, especially for 2.5 weeks, there's not much you'd keep in there. So yeah, I can't go on vacation unless my house is clean and I have clean sheets on the bed. Do not ask me why.
Yeah, no, it's true.
I was raised by a nurse.
We go to bed the night before in very clean sheets, and that's it.
Because I want to come home to a nice clean house. Yeah. I mean, it's bizarre, but it's something. It's part of my checklist.
Dishwasher gets run before we go.
Yeah, garbage goes out. Like as much as your brain is on this half working on, okay, we got to do this for the RV. The other half's like, okay, we got to do this for the condo. It's crazy. So by the time you leave, you're like, oh.
It's a lot of work to go away for a little while.
It is. And then we run a business. Yes. So then that's got to kind of wind down.
That's another one.
And we had to put the word out to our patients.
A month ago.
Yeah, just to start to let them know. And you have reports that you do. And it's just tying up all loose ends so you can just go and not drive down the street and go, oh my God, I forgot my wallet. And I'm looking directly at you.
That just happened.
Yeah.
No, that did happen.
That did happen.
Last time. And it was awful. And you did a great job turning around that small parking lot. So thank you.
Yeah, let's not do a repeat
No, I've got
of
it this year.
Okay, so the other thing we're going to be doing, because we don't have the accessibility of a real easy way to get to a hose, and we don't want to tick off our condo friends here.
Right.
So we always go down with a full water tank because we use the bathrooms and wash our hands and
We'll actually shower. A
quick one.
You and I
splash
shower.
water on yourself.
Yeah, but we shower.
So we're going to take it back to our dealer. They're really great. They have 4 or 5 spots that anybody who bought from them can go and use for a day or two. Not to go and like camp.
No,
but,
again, no.
You know, you can go and we're going to take it down there in 2 days.
Yeah.
Fill it up with water, open it up, do whatever. We'll load some of the clothes
plug it in, charge the batteries.
Make sure everything's working.
Make sure everything
they
works.
have a curtain they still have to fix that came in. They're going to do
they're
that
gonna
for
fix
us.
that for us.
So that's the other thing. This is like our little checklist, guys, of everything we have to do, just so it all goes smoothly. And it does feel like a frenzy, but I feel like we keep checking off things off our list.
You should have seen, actually, we went shopping today, and she's like, okay, that's done. Woohoo! You looked almost giddy.
I put like a line through it, so I go, because I'll sometimes buy 3 of, like, how many peanut butters do we need? Oh, did I buy the peanut butter? I don't think I did. I better get another one. And then we've got 3 peanut butters. So I try to keep that list going that I'm like, yes, I bought it. You don't need to buy more.
Which is nice, because when we come home, we don't buy peanut butter for a month. But
we're good.
That's okay.
The other thing we've been doing is like getting our phone ready and like, you know, as far as getting the apps on. We got to still clear out all the pictures from the last one and get them on our computer.
Yeah, when we're gone, we'll do a lot of videos as well.
There's nothing worse than storage is full message on your phone when you're trying to take some memories, some pictures of some memories.
When we're on vacation, Kathy likes to document everything and make videos.
As you all will see.
Yes, it's all over Facebook or YouTube or... What's the other one? Instagram. There'll be pictures all over everything.
Twitter, it's everywhere.
So if you're going to say, okay, guys, let's get together, phone's full. We can't make one.
Oh, my gosh, it drives me crazy.
So we'll clean all that out. And then we have to get a few more apps, too.
Yeah, but the apps are on there, the TripAdvisor. Yeah. You want to do the...
We're going to get the Flying J app, which is nice. Yeah. Flying J Locator. And I think that one's really helpful because especially for us pulling a car now, I don't think we can go to traditional gas stations. We can't negotiate the turn.
So then that's the final thing that we really, like, to me, that's one of the last things we have to do is we're going to be picking up the tow dolly.
I found another app.
Oh, what?
Did I tell you?
No.
It was I can't remember the exact name now, but it's basically it's a truck GPS.
You did say that.
Yeah, so it tells you where the truck stops are.
Right.
But it also tells you can route things based on your height of your vehicle.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, I think, important. We're 12'6" tall, so we're as tall as the
trucks.
trucks.
We've talked on past shows about know your size.
Know your size.
That would be a good one to check into.
We're
going
to
figure that out and
out.
share that with you guys. So the final thing I was saying that we have to get to, and I'm excited about, is the tow dolly.
Yep.
We'll be picking that up the day before we leave. We'll take this, get the car on it, bring it home, go to bed, get up, hopefully get all hands on deck, bring all the food out that's perishable because we're going to have to we'll turn the RV on and get the generator going, and the fridge and the freezer, they cool down real quick.
Real fast.
So we could put all that stuff in and then just keep that shut.
Kathy's plan was actually so we'll get up at 5 o'clock. By 5:10, because we have to have coffee, then we'll get everybody up and we'll start loading it. And I'm like,
we want to be on the road before 7.
I think that's a good plan. It could work.
It's like, Nazi RV mom. But,
and then they all go to bed.
They go right to bed anyway.
Yeah.
But if we can get them just to help bring the food out real quick, load, boom, we're on the road and gone.
Yeah, our first day is, 16 hours probably of going. We leave at 7 a.m. We don't start and stop until 11, I think it was.
Yeah, we typically do the majority. We take turns. We have this thing we do. I start, then Neal goes, then I go, then he goes, because then I'm done.
Yep.
But we stay alert that way. We nap in between when the other one's driving. And it just goes really well. So, good energy, guys, our way, if you don't mind, for a safe trip. We want to have a safe way down and, of course, on the trip and on the way back.
Absolutely.
And we're going to be documenting our trip when we're on the road. We're going to have some fun doing, I don't know, whatever comes our way. There's a lot of, whatever happens will happen. Yeah. We've got some zip lining planned. We've got a lot of, side trips that we're going to be doing. It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be fun. I'm so excited for this one.
So, Neal, let them know how to get a hold of us and where to find us so they can follow along on our trip.
And also, if you have any advice while we're on our trip, too.
Yeah. They're a good place to go eat or whatever.
So you can find us email us at rvglampingadventures@gmail.com. You can also check out Kathy's great blogs at www.rvglampingadventures.com. And you can also find us on Facebook at RV Glamping Adventures. I got that out. And you can also check check us out on Twitter at RV Glampers, and we're also on Instagram at RV Glampers.
We are everywhere.
We're global.
Well, now we are.
Yeah.
So you guys have a great week. We will soon...
YouTube.
What? Oh, and YouTube. We'll definitely watch on YouTube.
Check out the videos.
We're going to do some... I'm going to be doing some recipes on that. We're going to have some fun videos of stuff we're doing. We want to take you along on our journey. So find us, follow us, and have fun with us. And we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, we're still going to be taping shows, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Have a great week.